trying to hurt other people that don't even care about that kind of stuff. Anyway, so I did that. So, but it dawned on me, if I don't get sober right now, this money, I'm going to blow through it. I'm going to blow through it, and I'm probably going to end up back in jail or dead.
And then the kids.
And the kids. In the car, driving again, and I'm going to either kill them, myself, or somebody, or all of us. So I ended up saying, I don't want this life. So there was a roommate that I had that was there. I let her, when I got my new vehicle, I would always take her to work and pick her up and stuff. And I went to her and I said, I relapsed. She said, I know. She said, I've been praying and I've been, trying to get there. And I said, I need to go to treatment. I said, but you can't tell anybody. I don't want anybody to know. I'm just going to go and I'm just going to do this thing. I don't want family to come. I don't want to see my kids. I don't want to do anything. I have to do this. And the reason I'm crying is because it's so emotional, because that was the point in my life where I decided to change, and it was about me. And for me to say, I don't want any visitors, I don't even want you to tell anybody. And my deal with her was, you can use my car. And I made her swear that she wouldn't tell anybody where I was, right? But that was the addict in me talking, because it's like, how can I hide from my family for 30 days and just come up missing and like they're not going to check on me?
And then the why you needed to be a secret.
I just didn't want to have to explain to people. I was tired of,
but they knew
you need to do. I was tired of the looks, and I was tired of being the topic of conversation and the topic of gossip with the family. I was sick of it, right? So I was like, in order for me to do this for myself, I just gotta escape everything. So I had a sponsor, which was just so on me. So I called her and I was like, I need to go somewhere. And mind you, I didn't have health insurance and stuff like that. So I was limited. So she found this place for me. It's called New Hope Women's Center in Pasadena. Love it, love it, love it. And I went. And I know, so it was really hard, because I went out with a bang though. So it showed up, and I had to detox and stuff. So I went out with a bang, but it was really, really hard, because when I got there, it was like I wanted to be there, but I didn't want to be there.
Well, because the change and the growth.
And the leaving my kids again, but I said, okay, I'm doing it. So finally, now the sickness in me and the mental issues didn't dawn on me that your family's gonna be worried about you. You threatened this girl's life. I mean, she was younger than me, so I was the younger girl that was the roommate. I was like, you can use my car, you can do this.
But I'll kill you if you tell them.
If they come, you better not tell them.
So you a gangster?
I was a gangster. It didn't work well, because she ended up telling me. So anyway, she was
probably worried that they were going to say
she came and so I didn't know all this was going on the outside, because I was just trying to figure out my life. So she came up there doing visiting hours, and she said, your sister-in-law came and she's looking for you, and they're looking for you, and they're worried, and this and that, and still me. I'm like, you better not tell them where I'm at. Don't tell them. Let me just do this. So I was like, I'll just detox and then I'll leave. And do it on my own. That's what I thought. And she was like, you need to stay. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna just do this. Just buy me some time. Just give me 10 days. To detox. I said, just give me 10 days and I'll leave. She's like, I'll try, but she's very aggressive. So basically, my sister-in-law was like, you have her car. Right. I didn't know all this was going on. Her and my brother went and took my car from her.
They probably were worried that something happened.
They took my car, and threatened this girl and said that if you don't tell us where she is, we're going to report you in this whole house and get you kicked out and get this whole thing shut down. And it was like this whole thing, and I was just like, oh my goodness. I didn't know this at the time. Yeah. But I also didn't know that they were calling jails, they were calling hospitals, they were calling the police. That my sister-in-law was driving around at night, going to hotels to see if she saw my car. They thought it was it. They didn't know what happened, so they made her tell. Right. So the girl was like, she came back, she was like, your sister-in-law's very aggressive. I said, I know she loves me, but she's very big. I said, she's the mean one. So anyway, so then I'm going back and forth. So finally they call up there. Yeah. She tells them where I am, and my sister-in-law's calling, and I said, I'm leaving. Bring me my car. And she's like, I'm not bringing you your car, this and that, you need to stay there. I said, well, fine, I'll get away. I'm leaving. I'm not going to stay here, And she's like, you need to stay, and this and that. So
it's your sister-in-law?
My sister-in-law.
Why did you want to leave? Because they knew that you had gone to
I didn't want to leave because they knew. It was the mental part, like, oh, I'm fine, I can do this myself. It was that struggle of, do I really want to do this or do I not? I was still on the fence of, A, do I really want to be sober? A, do I really want to stop drinking? B, am I really doing this for myself? Or am I doing this to just appease other people? Like, unconsciously. Because it was my choice, you know? And so it was a lot of struggle. Plus, I was still trying to, detox, right? So it was a lot of mental things going on. My body's trying to regulate. So it was a lot of stuff. And in that,
you still
that
have
house,
anxiety and depression on top of all of that.
Yes, in that house, it's like, oh my God, it was hard at first, right? I will tell you, to this day, some of those girls are my best friends. One of the girls that was there with me, and this was almost 5 years ago, works for me now.
Really?
Yeah. So,
wow.
and one of them, she's getting married in June. I'm in her wedding. I mean, it was amazing. So, but it took some time to get there.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I remember sitting in one meeting, and my sister-in-law came. It was a morning meditation where it was open to the public, but a lot of people didn't come because it was really early and it was during the work week. So, but I see through the window, she's walking up, and I'm like, oh my God, here she comes. And I had probably been there like 3 days, and I was still on the fence of whether I was gonna leave or not. And
they found you fast.
And I had already called my best friend to come pick me up. I was like, come and pick me up. And my best friend is like, you need to stay, but she's more of like, I got your back.
Yeah.
If you want to leave, I'm coming, So my sister-in-law comes in, and she plops down, and she's staring at me the whole time. And we're on the couch, we finished the meeting, and she's like giving me the evil eye. And I get up, and I'm like, what are you doing here? She's like, you're not leaving. You're not leaving. Who do I need to talk to? I said, you can talk to whoever. I'm here by free will. And
yeah.
So anyway, she convinces me to stay. Best decision I ever made in my life. Yeah. So I stayed. I got involved. I was like, okay, don't come see me. Don't bring the kids. Give me 30 days. Give me 30 days. I told my best friend, because I didn't have enough stuff.
Yeah.
Clothes and stuff, because I wasn't planning on doing this. So I had sent my best friend some money, and I was like, go to Target, buy me, whatever I need, night clothes, everything. Mm-hmm. And I stayed. I stayed. I ended up staying for 3 months.
Wow.
I ended up staying for 3 months. From there, this is how powerful this was. When I made that decision to change, it was like after 3 months, I was done there, but it was like, I'm not ready to go. I'm not ready to stop.
Yeah.
So I ended up I applied. I didn't even know that Houston had all these different, programs and stuff. And so I ended up getting into this program called Bridge of Hope, right? Okay. Best decision ever. So they put you, it's for women coming out of incarceration with addiction and stuff. So they put you in this apartment. It's a small little, efficiency apartment. But my concern was, can my kids come, right? So, let me backtrack. After 30 days at the New Hope, my kids would come. Okay. So they didn't really understand what was going on, but they would come, and it would come. They were 6. They were young. They would come when other kids were there and their parents and stuff. And I told them I was just there to get my life together until I could find somewhere to live and stuff. I didn't really go into details. To this day, I have told my kids. I have sat them down and explained to them, and because I want them to know what I went through, and I want them to see that their mom, went through this, and she was resilient, and she stayed the course, and look at her now. Yeah. If she can do it, I can do it. Yeah. That's what I want to give them. So I told them everything. So anyway, I ended up going to this place, and I stayed. It was a 12-month program. I ended up staying there for 10 months. Because I graduated early. Yeah. So it basically, you go, I graduated early because remember I told you the personality and stuff. No, it was because I was determined. Yeah. I was determined. Now, I did blow a lot of the money that I got from the divorce, but I got smart. I paid off some student loans. Yeah. I started doing some stuff to rebuild my life. Mm-hmm. So during that time, I got a job, and I was working back in sales, healthcare sales, because I never thought I would get a job because, again, I have a felony, right? So I'm like, nobody's going to hire me, whatever. I'll never make 6 figures again, and I'm just like, whatever. I'm just going to stay the course. So by this time, I was 100% committed to being sober, and I was going to meetings, I was sponsoring women, and I was doing what I was supposed to do. I didn't know it was going to work, but I just did what people told me, right? And I felt God in my life like changing me and just walking in front of me, and I'm just following this path, and I'm just like, thank you, Jesus. So I get back in sales. While I'm in sales, I'm like, I'm so sick of this. So in the meantime, I had doctor friends and from over the years that I had relationships with from healthcare marketing. So I was going to call on this one doctor for the new company I worked with, and I was talking to her office manager and I was like, I'm so sick of healthcare. I want to do something in beauty. And I was like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't want to do hair, and I don't want to do makeup. I don't know what I want to do, but I want to do something in beauty. So I go and I said, okay, let me just think about it. They're like, give me some ideas. I'm like, no. So I go home, and I had, on Facebook, I saw this girl promoting for mobile teeth whitening. And I was like, look at my teeth whitening, and stuff. So, and she had a special. So I was like, I signed up for it. So she came. She was there literally 30 minutes, okay? She whitened my teeth. I paid her $80. My teeth were white and this and that. And I'm like, she just made $80 in 30 minutes. I'm onto something. Let me investigate this, right? So I started talking to her about how I said, how do you get certified to do this? You have to be a dental hygienist or whatever. And she's like, no, you can get a certification. And she was a dental hygienist, but she said you can do it. So
you
anyway,
don't have to.
Yeah. So I took the training. A very low cost to start and this and that. So I started, but I was still working my other job because by this time I'm setting myself up to fight my ex-husband for my kids in court. So my everything that drove me from that point was to set myself up to get joint custody to do. My attorney had given me a to-do list, and she said, "This is what you need to do over the next year." Because when I first got out, I didn't have anywhere for them to live. So it didn't make sense. It wouldn't have been fair to them.
Right. I mean, you gotta be realistic too.
Yeah, I was realistic. So I'm setting myself up. So during that time, I'm like, okay, well, let me do this. So I'm still working hard, and so I didn't really promote the teeth whitening. I kind of did family. I kind of did a few friends and stuff like that. And then so I go back to this doctor, and her office manager is there. And let me tell you how God works. Her office manager goes, you know what? You need to promote that more. She said, when you're out, I have this laser paddle machine that the vendor just bought. Why don't you take that when you're doing mobile clients and offer this service to them? And I'm like, well, what is it? And so she kind of tells me, oh, it helps you lose inches, and the doctor uses it here and stuff. And I'm like, thinking, I'm gonna take this thing home and use it myself, right? And so I take it home, and a week later, she's like, have you gotten anybody? Did you do anything? I said, no. Her name is Kim. Kim Travis. I'm gonna shout out to her because Travis Consulting, because I'm gonna tell you how she's played such an integral part into me getting where I am. So she gives me the machine, and I'm like, okay, I'll try it out. So I was like, no, I haven't promoted anything. I did a few family members, my sister-in-law, and my sister-in-law is my #1 fan now. Like, we went through all that. She's like my bestie now, but she is really. And so I actually call her more than I call my brother. Me and my brother used to be really close. Now he finds out everything about me through her, and he's like, what happened? I said, I don't know. So anyway, so we go. I posted on Facebook. No, she tells me, have you started promoting yet? I said, no. She said, well, I have a friend that owns a gym. He'll let you come in and promote it to some of your clients. So here I am thinking, okay, I'm still working full time. You know the struggle. Yeah. I'm working full time. When am I supposed to figure out to do this? When am I? And I'm trying to do the teeth whitening in between because that's pain, not a lot, but a little bit. Yeah. So I go and I do it, and so they have this beautiful young lady. She's like 18. She's so fit. She has like 17% body fat. Yeah. Who wants to do it and all this? I was still new. I mean, she was young. She was 18. She was so young that even 18 is fine, but I still made her mom sign the consent form because I didn't know what I was doing.